Alright, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to begin by giving all praises, all honor and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, and the whole honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to all the brothers on the four corners of the earth that teaching us good gospel and all sincerity and all truth. Shalom to you, because I listen in silence and obedience to one. Shalom, Daisy brother Ramya here, back with another video. Alright, and this is gonna be a quick lesson on before camp on the title here are all the members of the elect prophets. That's the title. Are all the members of the elect prophets? Question mark. And this lesson was installed from again Elder Apostle Gabar, right? And then in the lesson he was doing a video on a comment he got on his page, and the lesson and the comment was are all other than, well, I can't really remember the comment, but it was basically along the same line. Are all the members of the elect prophets? Like basically asking if all the members of the elect, if there is prophets, or if there have to be prophets, or if you have to be a prophet to be a part of the Lord's elect. And the answer to that is no. And we have a few precepts lined up here, right? And we have a few precepts actually first that going into the Lord's elect. Right, and then it go to the last couple of precepts could be the point, right? The point what we want, right? So Romans, so like I forget anything right now. So like I'm going too fast. Romans 11:7 it says, "For then what? So like what then Israel had not obtained that which he seeketh for, and what Israel does seek for the truth." And we as a son of a prophet myself, so I've been out there preaching a while now, not too long, a while now, and I've seen a couple come up and say they're looking for the truth, I've heard a couple say that already, and that's what they say, right? Which he seeketh for, but the election, which is the Lord's elect, had obtained it, would obtain the truth, right? And the rest were blinded, right? And we know the Lord blinded them, so they can't, get it, right? So as I say, we just do the elect first, and then we'll highlight the comment, right? So that is that. Now when you go to Matthew 22:14, it says, "For many are called to this, but few are chosen." Right? Many are called to this, and some of them would have been called, been preaching long years, and and they still fall. Not silly mistakes, they fall by Anyway, let's just continue. Been years in the truth, and they still fall. There was called, but there was not, as it says, chosen. Few are chosen, right? And that few will be the Lord's elect. Right? As it says, only a remnant go return. Isaiah 10, 20, 12, 20. Right? For many are called, but few are chosen. I want to go into that word chosen there in the GNT. Select in the blue letter, actually, select. It should say electos. Right? Baby. Matthew 22. The Wi-Fi not strong enough. Oh no, that's the other Wi-Fi. I gotta get a Wi-Fi. This one closer. Yeah, that heights. Forget that. Let me go back here. Wait my first second. Where this thing? Alright, Matthew 22. Let's not wait my first second. Alright, so can I get it here? Still kinda slow actually. It's not like the alright. So Matthew 22:14. I'll go into the to the word there. Right, okay, now. Right, 22:14. interlinear, and then you're going to the word chosen. Supposed to put electos.
Strong's G 1588. Eklektos.
And that's the one today. And when you look what the word is, picked out, chosen by Yahweh to obtain salvation through Hamashiach. And that is how we're going to obtain salvation, is through the Lord Yahweh Shai, right? Hamashiach, right? So look, it says chosen by Yahweh, right? Christians are called chosen or elect of God or of Yahweh. So that is the elect there, right? The few are chosen is the elect, right? Is the elect. That is the point we wanted on that. Damn, so that is the point we wanted on that, right? That is the elect there. We know the Lord is coming for the elect only, right? So these people, so if it says, hey, and that is cut to them, eh? Look at there, look, that is cut. When you really check it out, I cut chosen, picked out, chosen by Yahweh to obtain salvation through Hamashiach. Christians are called chosen or elect, right? Chosen, and why it's saying elect, chosen? That means he had to choose. That means the Lord choose out of, and we know the Lord choose, right? Deuteronomy, I think it's 6 going down, or 7. Deuteronomy 7:6. He says he chosen them to be a special people unto himself above all the people that are upon the face of the earth. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord. The word holy means separate. Right? When you go into that word holy, is separate. Right? We are holy people unto the Lord. Separate. He chosen us, and that's what it says there. Picked out. That means he had to pick from all the nations, and he picked Israel, which is the elect of Israel, because is really elect of the elect. Because Israel, the nation of Israel, is the elect. But it have an elect in that elect too. Right? Which will be the elect. Chosen. Right? That means the Lord chosen to choose Israel above all the people upon the face of the earth. That will literally mean. So that's another cut there. Right? That's another cut there that the Lord come back to save everyone. Why didn't it say everyone? It says he come back. And we know the Lord who is going to gather. So there's another cut here. There's going to be cut. Because if it says, for many are called, but few are chosen. Few are chosen to what? Obtain salvation through Hamashiach. And that them few is going to get saved. And we know this pursuant to, let me read this here. Matthew 24:30. It says, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man. The Son of Man is Yahweh Shai. That is other saying for Yahweh Shai. Right? That's his, another name. Not another name, Salak, but another title for him, right? Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. Right? Clouds of heaven, that's what the people that's called today the UFPs, right? Unidentified flying objects, UFOs, but this is actually chariots of the Lord Yahweh Hashem Shai, right? That he's going to come back with his heavenly vehicles. We know that. He's come back with his 2 Esdras 13 going down, right? He craved himself a great mountain and he flew upon it, and that is a chariot, right? And then when you go to verse 31, it says, and he shall send his angels with a great sound of trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds from one end of heaven to the other, right? From the four winds, because we scattered abroad. It says James 1:1, right? Greetings, right, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad. Greetings, right? We are scattered. We are a scattered people, right? Among all the nations we scattered, right? Revelation 5:9 too, right? So the Lord is going to gather his elect from the four winds of the earth, from one heaven to the other, right? And look what it says, his elect. That means a picked out, chosen, elect, picked out. And who's the elect? Israel, right? Not all of Israel, because as it says, only a remnant go return. Now we get that real quick. Isaiah 10, Isaiah 10:20. It says, and it shall come to pass in that day, the remnant of Israel, as such are escaped of the house of Jacob, shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, But they shall stay upon the Lord Yahweh Shemeshai, the Holy One of Israel, in truth. The remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, unto the mighty power. And I see like there, only the remnant will return. Look, it says, for though thy people be, Israel be as the sand of the sea, yet a remnant of them shall return. And that remnant, yet a remnant of them, a few of them will return, which is the few of them is the elect. Right? So it's not, the Lord is not going to come and save everyone. No, only his elect. The picked out, chosen people, his elect. Right? Because Israel is the sand of the sea. Israel does multiply real plenty, rapid. Right? As the saying goes, the more you oppress them is the more, they multiply. Right? So that was that point. And we could go to Ephesians 1 now, which dealing with the elect was there from the beginning with the Lord. The Lord created the elect and then went on creating with Yahweh Shai. Right? Ephesians 1 and wait, it's 1 and 3. It says, blessed be, I'll highlight that real quick. Blessed be the power and Father of our Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, who had blessed us with all spiritual blessing in heavenly places. And we have spiritual blessings, stored up there for us. I say you go to prepare a place, we will have the, the blessings that the rewards that the elect go get, right? Spiritual blessings, right? According as he had chosen us. Chosen, look the word there again, chosen, the elect, right? Chosen us in him before the foundation of the world, that we should be holy, separate, and without blame before him in love. As it says, according as he had chosen us in him before the foundation of the world. That means before everything was created. How we went on creating with the Lord. Once we make it a part of the Lord's elect this time here, we go through the tribulation, because it says, Acts 14:22, we gonna enter into the kingdom by much tribulation, right? So once we enter into the kingdom by much tribulation, we be a part of the Lord's elect, right? We don't know, we was there in the beginning with him, helping him create everything that we see, right? Because we was helping him, right? It says verse 15, having predestinated us. Predestinated. I would love to go into that word, predestinated, right? Wait me for a second. I don't go into that word. That's a yappa word. I don't go into that word. Okay, we'll have some understanding in that word there. Predestinated says
Strong's G 4309. Praarizo.
Alright, that it says there. It says to predetermine decide beforehand. Right, in the New Testament of God, or of power, decreeing from eternity to foreordain a point beforehand. Right? So when it's so you don't know, it says having predestinated us. So alright, let me read it out. Having predestinated us unto the adoption of the children by Yahweh Shai Mashiach to himself, according to the good pleasure of his will. So we are predestinated beforehand. We was made, before the world, before everything was, created. The Lord created us. Because we went on creating with the Lord. So we was predestinated. Right? A point beforehand. Right? I can't. So we was predestinated. Right? So that is that. I just had to check something real quick. So that is that. Now we could go to let's see. Alright, Matthew, we read that already. Right, so now we get into the point where the question was asked, are all the members of the elect prophets? Do you have to, that we basically asking, do you have to be a prophet to be a part of the Lord's elect? The answer to that is no. Now we get 1 Corinthians 12:27. 1 Corinthians 12 and 27, it says, now you are the body of Hamashiach and members in particular. Right? And Yahweh had set some in the churches, first apostles, secondarily prophets, thirdly teachers after the miracles, then gifts of healing, helps, governments, diversities of tongues. I read that in here. JNT. Where are you? First Corinthians. Where are you? First Corinthians 12. Right, First Corinthians 12 and what is that? 27. It says, all of you are Hamashiach's body, and each one of you, and each one is a part of it. And what did the Lord say? I think that's a Matthew. I know for sure it's a Matthew. He says, if you do one unto one of these little ones, you do it unto me. Right? Because all of us today are Yahushai. All of us is Yahushai. Right? That brother, if you have a brother in the faith, he's like into Yahushai. That way it says, if you do it to one of these little ones, you do it unto me also. Because that brother is Yahushai. So whatever you do unto that brother unjustly, you do it unto the Lord. Remember that. Right? Verse 28, it says, in the church of Yahweh has put all in place. In the first place, apostles. Apostles means sent away. Right? In the second place, prophets. I think prophets mean to tell beforehand or something like that. That's not bad, my first second. I want to say the wrong thing. And we'll go into that word. Make sure it's the correct Wi-Fi connected. Right, lovely. Right? We'll go into that word, prophets. That's what, 27. Thing means to tell beforehand or something like that. I think that's what it means. Prophets. It says in Greek writings, an interpreter of oracles or of other hidden things, one who moved by the Spirit of Yahweh, hence his organ or spokesman, solemnly declares to men what he has received by inspiration, especially. That's no. Again, let's see. I could search it in Google. Prophet meaning. Prophet meaning says a person regarded as an inspired teacher or proclaimer of the will of Yahweh. Right? And what prophets does do? Well, it means that because prophets just tell you something before it happened. That is a prophet. Right? Just like how prophecies or prophecy, like how when it says in John 16:13, the Spirit of truth, which is your Kakadash, will come and tell you the things. He'll come and tell you things before it happened, which is what? The prophecies. And these we telling the people that are gonna happen, prophecies, right? Before it happened, and there's a prophet to tell you something that, before it happened, right? So reading it back again, wait, go on the GNT. It says, right, in the church of Yahweh who puts, right, all place, right. Second place, prophets and teachers. Salak, let me read Salakia for that. Salakia Yahweh Shemeshai. 1 Corinthians 12 and 28, it says, in the church Yahweh has put all in place. In the first place, apostles. In the second place, prophets. And in the third place, teachers. Right, then those who perform miracles, followed by those who are given the power to heal or to help others. And what is that? The herbs, right? To direct them or to speak in strange tongues. And now let me go to Matthew 10, and this is the real point here, right? Matthew 10 and 40 and 41, it says, he that receiveth a prophet in the name of a prophet shall receive a prophet's reward, and he that receiveth a righteous man in the name of a righteous man shall receive a righteous man's reward. And whosoever shall give to drink unto one of these little ones a cup of cold water, only in the name of a disciple. Verily I say unto you, he shall in no wise lose his reward. I'm going to read that in the GNT now. Matthew 10 and 41, sorry, it says, whosoever welcomes Yahweh's messenger, because he is Yahweh's messenger, will share in his reward. And whosoever welcome a good man, because he is good, will share in his reward. You can be sure that whoever gives even a drink of cold water to one of the least of my followers, because he is my follower will certainly receive a reward. So where's the reward? We know according to the scriptures, the reward is a crown. James I think it's James 1 and 12, right? James 1 and 12, right? So once he help the Lord's, as it says here, what messenger, and then it says good man, and then it says one of my least followers, because he's my follower, will certainly have received a reward. So so not only, right, so as I was saying, right, so as it says messenger, good man, right, one of my least followers will certainly, so once you help one of the Lord's least followers, you'll certainly get a reward. So you don't have to be a prophet to be a part of the Lord's elect, right? Because when you read it here, it says, and whosoever shall give to drink one of these little ones a cup of cold water, only in the name of a disciple, verily I say unto you, he shall in no wise lose his reward. So you're not going to lose your reward. It says charity is a serious thing. I think that's a piece of charity availed much, I think, right? But once you have charity, you could get saved, right? Because charity is a serious thing. Once you believe and it's charity, you could get saved. So you don't always, you don't have to be a prophet to be a part of the Lord's elect. Because look, women and children, women and children will be saved. Them will be, a part of the Lord's elect too, right? Once they believe, and I'm not out there preaching, right? Once they believe, So that was the answer to, that was the lesson from El Apostle Gaba. So hopefully it was edifying to the Lord's elect. Giving all praises, all honor and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Akakadash, and double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to all the brothers on the four corners of the earth that teaching us good gospel and all sincerity and all truth. Shalom to the elect, Shalom Labakarim, and that is wicked place. Shalom to the elect.